The Nintendo Switch 2 might not be living up to its full potential when it comes to variable refresh rate, VRR capabilities, and there's a lot we need to uncover. VRR technology found in modern TVs and handheld devices helps ensure that the gaming experience remains smooth when the frame rate from the game doesn't stay consistent at 60 or 120 frames per second. Initially, Nintendo promoted that the Nintendo Switch 2's VRR would be compatible not only when held in hand, but also when connected to your TV. However, the company eventually removed any references to VRR when the console is docked, and on May 16th, Nintendo acknowledged the oversight. Currently, the Nintendo Switch 2 supports VRR only in handheld mode, the company stated to Nintendo Life, correcting their earlier claims. But here's where it gets interesting. By connecting a Steam Deck to the official Nintendo Switch 2 dock, I've discovered that this dock can indeed support VRR, offering up to 4K resolution at 120 Hz, complete with both HDR and VRR capabilities. Other devices like the Lenovo Legion Go S and Asus ROG Ally X have also shown similar VRR support when linked to the Nintendo dock. I stumbled upon this discovery while browsing Reddit, where users like u/Dynamok have also highlighted VRR functionality within this setup. Although it isn't exactly convenient to use the Nintendo dock with a PC handheld, since you'll need a special USB-C extension and must hold the device tightly in place to prevent it from disconnecting, I've tested this thoroughly. I used an open-source VRR test tool to verify that the 4K VRR capabilities were consistently smooth, from 48 frames per second up to 120 frames per second. So why doesn't Nintendo officially enable VRR from the Switch 2 to the TV? Implementing VRR could enhance gameplay for titles like Cyberpunk 2077, which already struggles to maintain a steady 60 frames per second on the Switch. Or even for those occasional frame drops below 60 FPS that can ruin the gaming experience. There's speculation that Nintendo might not be ready to perfect the VRR support for the big screen, especially since recent tests revealed noticeable issues with the VRR in handheld mode. Games like Cyberpunk 2077 and No Man's Sky have exhibited stuttering and irregular frame rates, showcasing that while the feature exists, it's not yet fully optimized. Rich Ledbetter from Digital Foundry suggests that this might have been an oversight or an honest mistake by Nintendo. But the story doesn't end here. The Nintendo Switch 2's launch has seen other peculiarities, such as issues with semi-lock USB-C video output and compatibility limitations for the best webcams. For now, Nintendo has not provided any official comment on these matters either, leaving us all to wonder what's next for the Switch 2. What do you think? Are these limitations a disappointment, or do they hint at more improvements on the horizon for the Nintendo Switch 2? Share your thoughts in the comments below.